Hello my dear students, welcome back to another session of computer application. And I hope you understood what I taught in the previous class about the Java application, how we are using the Java application and how to write a simple program by using the Java applications and all. So one or two programs we have seen, and those who are having the system at home, those who are installed the Java in your system, so one or two students they have practiced, I think so, but more programs we are unable to do because of this system problem only. So all the students are not having the system at home, so it's okay, no problem. We can continue the theoretical class. Okay, so today we are going to learn about the basic programming tools in the Java programming language. It's not only for the Java programming, it's a all programming language we are using, but when we are going to study the Java programming, we are using this also. Okay, so this is a new chapter. We are going to start the new chapter. It's a values and data types in Java programming. So what are the major values and data types we are using in the Java programming? So heading we can see values and data types. Okay, let me start the topic values and data types. So what do you mean by value? What do you mean by data types? So values means, first I have to give the explanation about the value. So value means nothing. So it's a particular amount of data that we can consider as a value. In the computer programming, in the programming language, we are telling some amount of data we are considering as a values. That may be anything we can consider. For example, different variables, alphabet like variables we are using. So that variable, the speciality of variable we already know. If the variable will be simply staying means it's not having any value. So if the user will be inputting something to the variable, it's having some value. Okay, so what is the content we are giving in the given variable, that is called as values. The next, what is data type? So data type means types of data. So the many classes we already explained before explaining the Java installation and Java programming example itself, I have given the explanation. What do you mean by data type? The same thing will be, the data type means in the programming language types of data. That means when the user will be inputting data to the computer, so anything we can insert. That means the user can input anything. So while inputting the data, that should be clearly we have to mention what things we need to mention, what kind of input you are going to store or what kind of input you are giving to the computer. The types should be mentioned. Okay, so that is called as a data type. So mainly the major classification of data type will be, already the previous class I have said, that is again I am telling, it's integer, float and character. So integer is represented by, because we already know integer value because everyone knows mathematics. In the mathematics we are telling integer values will be there and the variance of integers will be there. Okay, so what do you mean by integer? Integer means the normal or real numbers like 0 to 9 combinations. What are the 0 to 9 combinations we are taking? The combination is called as integer value, either positive or negative values. Okay, so the next one is a float. Float means it's a floating point. So floating point means in the mathematics we are telling decimal number. So decimal number, actually decimal number is not a point value. So how it will be, we can see. So decimal, in the mathematics we are telling decimal number will be, if you type 12.5. So 12.5 is a decimal number. So actually it is not a decimal number. It's a decimal fraction number. Then what is decimal number? Decimal number means a 10 based number. That means always the decimal number is having maximum 10 digits they are giving, like 0 to 9. Up to maximum what is total number will be 10. For example, 0, 1, 2 up to 9 we are using. Okay, so 0, 1 up to 9 means what is the total digit? That is a total 10. So that's why it is called as, that is decimal number. 10 based number is known as a decimal number. So in the computer science we are telling like that, but decimal means it's not a point value. Decimal fraction, it is a point value. So this kind of point values, if you wanted to store any kind of variable, should be defined like a float. Okay, so float we are giving FLOAT, float number or floating number. Okay, integer type, integer number will be there and a floating number will be there. The last group of data type will be, it's related to character. That is a B, C, D alphabets, like a capital letter A, a small letter A, like that. Any alphabets we are using that is related to character. So maybe it will be a letter, or maybe it will be a words, combination of words or sentence, anything we can consider. But what kind of character group we are giving, or letters alphabet group we are giving, that should be considered as a character. So these are the major data types we are seeing any kind of programming language. Okay. So the next we are going to studying about the character sets of the programming language. Then how the character set will be, I will explain. So actually before going to explain the data types, we should be understand what do you mean by character set. Okay. So character set means that is actually very familiar to you. So that because you don't know, the group name will be character set. So before explaining that, I will tell the best example. Everyone knows keyboard. Okay. So when you are seeing the keyboard, so while I am explaining this about this keyboard, you just imagine the keyboard. Okay. So because when you are having computer at nearby, when you are sitting, just see the keyboard. So what speciality we can see in the keyboard? Keyboard is different keys are there. So 105, or based on the type of keyboard, it will be change. Number of keys will be changed. Okay. So then you just observe how many types of keys we can see, isn't it? So how many types of keys we are seeing on the keyboard, that will be grouping. Now that means that will be classifying. So what are the major classification of the keyboard keys we can see? The first of all, when you are seeing the keyboard, first we are identifying the alphabets only. That means at the middle part of the keyboard we can see the alphabets, either capital or small letter. If you are seeing little more in depth, if you are seeing observing, we can see the numerical value with the simple symbols we can see, like character with a symbol like @ symbol, hash symbol, or question mark, or different asterisks. So many symbols we can see. Then if you are seeing numerical part we can see, and also some special keys we can see, function keys we can see, space bar, enter keys, like that. Many things we are able to see in the keyboard. Okay. So this whole group is known as a character set. Understood now? So what are the keys we are seeing in the keyboard? That is a different group only, but together they are placed in a one frame. Okay. So alphabet group will be there, both either capital or small letter, and numerical value will be there. Numerical value with the symbols will be there, and space bar, and some special keys will be there, function keys will be there. So this all will be in a grouping in a one frame. So this whole group together we are calling character set. So what are the major character set? What are the major group of character sets we can see? The first group of character set we can see the letters. The first character set will be called as letters. So what are the alphabet letters? The 26 alphabet letters are there, either capital or small letter. This is first character set. The second group will be digits. Okay. So what do you mean by digit? Digit means it's a single value. So what is the difference between number and digit? Digit means it's a single value, 0, 1, 2, 3. So it will be staying single. It's called as a digit. When the 2 digit or 1 or more digit will be together, it will called as a number. Okay. So here we are considering digit. So each and every digit, that means 0 to 9 digits are there. Total 10 we will get it. So that is a numerical group or digit group or number group. The next one is operators. Operators means different arithmetical operators, symbols and all will be we can see. So that is called as operators. The next one is delimiters. So delimiters means what are the special characters we are seeing on the keyboard, that is called as a delimiter. Like punctuations will be there, question mark, exclamation marks, so like different special character symbols. And what are the special symbols we are seeing, that is called as special characters. So this special characters group is called as a delimiters. So these four we are considering as the character sets of a keyboard or character sets of a programming. So the example, why I am giving the example with the help of keyboard, because easily to understand. The same thing we are adopting and applying to the programming language, because the same concept only, same variables only we are using, based on the content it will be changed. Okay. So this is called as a character sets. So the next we can go for the types of codes. Types of codes how we are using in the programming language. So actually this lesson is belongs to values, data types, what are the major codes we are using in the Java programming, that everything will be included. Okay, so the first one we can see the Unicode. Okay, so Unicode means the name itself giving the meaning, it's very unique. So that is also related to keyboard only. So keyboard is having different keys are there. So if you are seeing the keyboard keys on the keyboard, every key will be unique. For example, A will be there. A is having that only one A we can see. A is not repeating more than one time in the keyboard. That means it will be unique. Small letter and capital letter separated. Star symbol we can see below the 7 number. Okay, so that star symbol we cannot see some other place. It's unique only. Okay, so this is called as a unique. Unicode means unique. Each and every key is having Unicode will be there. The speciality will be it's not a numerical, not a normal numerical value. It's completely based on the hexadecimal format. It's completely belongs to hexadecimal form. So what do you mean by hexadecimal? So what is the meaning of hexadecimal? Hexadecimal means it's a type of number. In the computer science or the real mathematics or the real computer science is having 4 group of numbers. The classification of numbers. Okay, the classification of numbers we can see only 4. So each group we are considering, they are having their own subvariants will be there. So one of the group is known as a hexadecimal number. So what are the major classification? Briefly I will explain, otherwise you cannot understand the hexadecimal. Okay, the first group we can consider as a decimal number. First number group is known as a decimal number. Second number group is known as a binary number. I already explained in the first class before closing the school, I think so. Okay, so the third numbering group will be octal number. The last one is known as a hexadecimal. Okay, so what is the each number we can see. The first one is a decimal number. This decimal number means this group of numbers will be belongs to between 0 to 9. That means 0 to 9 normal integer number is called as a decimal number. So the next one is a binary number. Binary number is the name itself giving by. By means 2. So 0 and 1. Only the zeros and ones combination we can consider as a binary number. The next number will be octal. Octal means what? In octal, what is the meaning of that word octal? Oct means what? It's 8. The oct is represented by 8 value. So the group will be, that is also a integer number only, but the group number of values will be less only. How it will be? 0 to 7. 0 to 7 means including 0, you have to count it, you will get total 8. So in between 0 to 7, what are the digit combinations we are giving? That is called as a octal number. The next one is a hexadecimal number. Hexadecimal number is belongs to total 16. So how the 16 it will come? So hexa means what? In the mathematics, the shapes and we are studying. So hexagon means a 6-sided shape. That is called as hex. That means hexa means 6. Decimal we can consider it as a 10. That means a dec means 10. Okay. So 6 plus 10 equal to 60. So hexadecimal means a 16 based numbering system. So 16 based numbering system means the numbering group will be from 0 to 50. 15 means total 16 number it will come. So this is called as a hexadecimal. So these are the major numbering groups we are using in the computer science. Okay. So then we can come back to the Unicode section. So Unicode is always belongs to hexadecimal format. That means 4 to the always the value will be 2 raised to 4 format. So what is the value of 2 raised to 4? 2 raised to 4 means equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 it will come. Okay, so this is 2 raised to 4. That means the input value minimum you have to give 4 group of input. So that's why it is called as a 2 raised to 4. Okay, then how it will be we can see. So in the binary group, and hexadecimal when we are applying the hexadecimal to the Unicode, it will become a binary format. So binary group of numbers only we are using. So here 4 places we are doing 2 raised to 4 only. That means 4 input we have to give. This ratio value is represented by input. 2 is a binary base number. Okay. Then how it will be we can see. So here 0 is our input. 0 into 0, 0, 0. So 4 places. Then 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is the starting value of the Unicode. So the starting value is up to 15 will come. The last ending number will be 0 into triple F. Sorry, 4F. Then here we used zeros. Here we are used F. How the F will come? So the hexadecimal, that is the speciality of the hexadecimal number. So how the hexadecimal will be coming out? So hexadecimal is having hexadecimal value will be there, and also the equivalent binary number will be there. Okay, binary number is always will be become zeros or ones combination only. So hexadecimal value we are starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 15 it will come. Okay, so each and every digit of the hexadecimal is having their own equivalent binary combinations will be there. Okay, now how it will be, 1 or 2 example I will show. The first 0 equivalent hexadecimal, 0 hexadecimal equivalent binary number is equal to 0, 0, 0. First value will be 0. We already know in the computer science, the first digit we are considering 0. But mathematics we are considering 1. But computer science, the first value will become 0 only. The next 1 equivalent binary value will be 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, the 2 equivalent 0, 0, 1, 0. Like that it will come. So this like it will be up to 10. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 10. It's a normal number only. Oh sorry, up to 9. Here up to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 6, 7, 8, 9. Up to 9 the equivalent values will come. The 10 equivalent 10 we are using the alphabet letters. That means 10 we are not using. Instead of 10 we are considering A. A is represented by 10. Then B is represented by 11. C represented by 12. D represented by 13. E represented by 14. F represented by 15. So this is the representation for the hexadecimal value. Okay. So that's why the first itself I have said no. The Unicode value will be starting from the first value will be 0 into 0, 40 from here to up to 0 into triple F. Sorry, 4F. Okay. So that means this is only. So the first value will be 0. That is binary equivalent value. The last will be 15 is the last number, last decimal number. The equivalent hexadecimal will be F only. That means a representative variable we are using. That's why it is called as a F. Then F equivalent equal to 50. Then that's why we are using F. Last number of the hexadecimal group will be F. That means 0 to F we are using. That means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a normal number. Instead of 10 we are starting A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, so that is called as a hexadecimal number. So this group is known as a Unicode. What we are using in the Unicode option. So the next coding option in the programming language is called as a ASCII value. Okay, so the ASCII value means it is than the Unicode. It will be simple. Like Unicode we are not using directly in the programming language. So whenever we are using in the hexadecimal conversions and all we are using. But ASCII code always we are using. So what is ASCII code? So ASCII code is a very simple option. I will explain. So we have the same keyboard only we can consider. In the keyboard is having number of keys are there. So each key is having their own identification numerical value will be there. So this identification numerical value is called as ASCII value. Okay, then what is the purpose of using ASCII code? Because we already know computer is an electronic machine, isn't it? So what are the input you are giving to the computer? Computer never understand. Okay, then what content? Then what the things computer able to understand? Computer can understand only 0 or 1 pulses. Okay, so in the 0 or 1 pulses, we are entering A. If you are typing A means computer never understand A. Computer can understand only 0 and 1. Then there is a mediator, that means a translator in between the user input and computer. So what is that? That is called as a translator. The translator will be translating the user language to the computer understanding format. Then how to convert it? One simple conversion, how they are doing in this conversion, I will show it. Okay, so the user will be, so I am entering the name start with A. The first letter I have entered. Okay, so computer doesn't know A. First step will be the computer programmer or program controller will be there. The program controller will be finding what is the relevant ASCII code of the A. So the keyboard is having this letter. So the relevant ASCII value of this capital letter A is called as a 65. We can consider 65. Okay. So this 65 also, it is a numerical value. So computer never understand the numerical value also because it is a decimal format. So decimal format, octal format, hexadecimal format and normal characters, that and all computer never understand. Computer can understand only binary number like 0 or 1. Okay, so the first step will be conversion. Before converting the letter, first step will be, first you have to type the letters, then find out the ASCII value, that means equivalent ASCII value of the given letter. Okay, so this is a decimal format. This number is a decimal format. So decimal format also is not possible. Then we have to take the decimal format number, convert it to binary format. So simple process only, converting binary format, just divided by 2 and consider the remainder. Then how to convert it we can see. So if it is a 65, you have to write 65. Okay, so after typing the 65, just give the digit. It's a division operation, divided by 2. Okay, so then do it. You have to use the 2 and divide it. So first digit you have to consider 6. So how many times 2 will go? It's a 3. 3 2s are 6. 2 2s are 4. The remainder will be 1. All while doing the division, always we will get the remainder either 0 or 1. Okay, so that reminders are, because in this calculation our answer will be remainder. So either 0 or 1 only we are getting. It's a decimal to binary conversion. So the next will be 32. You have to again divided by 2. Up to when you will get the final answer will be 0. Up to that time you have to convert it or divide it. So the first 2, 1 into 2 equal to 2. Remainder will be 1. Then that 1 will be placed before the 2. Then we will get 12. Then 6 into 2 equal to 12. The remainder will be 0. Then again you have to divide it by 2. Then 8 into 2 equal to 16. Remainder will be 0. Then 2. 4 into 8, 2 equal to 0. 8. Then remainder will be 0. The next 2. 2 into 2 equal to 4. Remainder will be 0. Then again we will get 2. 1. Here you have to give 1 equal to 0. Okay, so here that means the final answer will be, we will get 1. Then how to write the A equivalent value? So here this is the last number 1. So from here you have to start, go to up. Write the value. So A equal to, here the first value will be 1, 0. Then how many zeros are there? 5 zeros. 1. So this is A equivalent, the binary number. So this much of conversion will be doing in between the user and the computer. So once if you try to enter one letter, so directly it is not possible to understand by the computer. So before reaching to the processor, this conversion will be doing by the translator. After translator only, the processor will be getting the value. Then they are identifying, the user will be entered here. So this value is known as a ASCII value. ASCII value. Each and every keyboard key is having their own ASCII values will be. Then how the ASCII values will be defined, I'll tell. So special characters will be there, and 91, 92, 93, 96 onwards, 96, 97 onwards small letter alphabets, and 65 to 65 onwards up to capital, 65A, 66B, like that up to Z. Then small letter will be starting from 97. Then remaining all the numbers will be given to the other special characters or other symbols, enter keys, space bar, what are the extra keys we are using, or function keys. All the keys is having there. But we are using number of special characters, ASCIIs we are taking, and also the alphabets we are taking. So this is called as a ASCII codes. So it's a very simple concept only. Already we have explained many classes, but the lesson will be there, so that we are continuing values and data types in the Java programming language. And I hope you understood what is character sets, then what is Unicode, and what is ASCII code. So any doubt will be there, you can contact me, and further clarification I will give through the WhatsApp. So thank you students, have a great day.